Welcome back. Today I'm in Matlock Bath, not Matlock, because they are different places. So yes, Matlock Bath was established as a spa town, which ironically enough, I have been to a spa in Matlock, and that's what I know of Matlock. So here we have the old bandstand. So, simple plan, we're going to have a look around. So you probably know Matlock as the weird town in the middle of the Derbyshire Dales, in the Peak District, that somehow tries to mimic a seaside town. So if you look straight across the river, I don't know how good that's picking it up, might have to go closer, but there is an amusement arcade. And here we have the River Derwent, and we're just going to cross the Jubilee Bridge, which was opened in... the dates on the bridge for the Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee, 1887, says it there. So the Jubilee Bridge in 1887, and I think it was a Golden Jubilee, and I think, is that 50 years? Let me know in the comments if you know. And I'm going to take this opportunity now at the beginning of the vlog to say, if you're enjoying these vlogs, I've got a few up now. I'm hoping they're getting increasingly better, but if you do, please subscribe and interact, comment and everything, and make this like little like wild idea of mine something that I can keep doing. That would be really appreciated. There's three subscribers at the moment, which I think the fact that 3 people have watched some of these amateur videos and gone, go on then, I think that's mad. So thank you to the 3 people that at present have subscribed, and let's get to 10. That'd be crazy. Yes, let's go and look at Matlock anyway. Now I'll stop waffling on, because I am boring. I do know that I am boring. So yeah, there is the amusement arcade, but we'll circle back to that. We'll go down, we'll come up. That's what we'll do. Walk along the banks of the River Derwent. And it is, as you can see from the frost on the ground and the gloves on my hand making me look like a bandit, it is a cold day. We've still got all of our Memorial Remembrance Day poppies up. Ooh. Wow. This is mad. The Derwent Gardens. I do actually need to get some lunch in Matlock, so I'm hoping it's more than fish and chips, because I really don't fancy that. So yeah, most of the stuff seems to be on the other side of the road. So while we are having a trot along the river, I'll give you some Matlock Bath facts. Matlock Bath, I haven't got a phone up, honest. Matlock Bath's history is rooted in its thermal springs that were originally discovered by the Romans and then monetised in the 1600s, or commercialised in the 1600s, making it a spa destination, spa town. And then in the Victorian period it became particularly popular with visits from royalty and, I don't know, famous people in the Victorian period. So yes, it was before the advent of air travel. I think it was another one of these places that was like a holiday destination, like our seaside towns. But unlike our seaside towns, this does not seem to be run down at all. It seems to be thriving, which seems to be a theme of Peak District towns. So there we go, hit our first fish and chip shop. A nice little seating area. Another thing that Matlock is known for in my mind at the moment now is the high heights of Abraham, which I think is England's only alpine style cable car. It is currently shut for the season. It's open at night times for the lights of Abraham. So yeah, I'm assuming that's Christmas lights. So it's not open while I'm here now, which I'm secretly glad about. because now I don't feel obliged to terrify myself on a cable car. But I'll see if I saw them as all coming in, just dangling in midair, so I'll see if I can get some footage of that as I drive back out. And then here, just have another car park, another big house, nice coffee stand by the river. That's a licensed cafe as well, which is nice. You stay in here, have a beer with your coffee. Oh, and it's true. Lead mining museum. So did they mine lead in Matlock? But this, it looks like a theatre though, doesn't it? But it says it's a lead mining museum. So I see some videos where people are like trudging through caves, but I think they are in the heights of Abraham Estate, which is closed until I think like 4 o'clock tonight, or I don't even know if it's open tonight. It's open on specific days for the lights event, which does look like not a cheap event but a nice event to do on the run up to Christmas, so it's probably worth looking at. I've got an old style bus stop. Because that looks like it's got 2p machines inside there. Coffee lounge. One street, there's even a rock, ice cream and rock, or gelato and rock, and donuts over there. And then that's waffles. So they really are hammering in on the seaside theme. Like, do we need a replica seaside town in the middle of the Peak District? That England's not that big, it didn't take that long to get to the seaside. So here we go. Count fish and chip shops. So there were one on that side of the road and then one on to number 2. Matlock Bath fish bar, which is shut. We're on 2, now we're on 3. Fish and pies in that one. And there you go, there's the rising cost of fish and chips for you. North Parade, that's even like a bit of a seaside towny road name. Did I count that? Yeah, 3, and then we're on 4 chippies on this show. And then that's a Costa's there. Another like seaside tile. It's weird. Costa's chippy there. That one's been done up, but that was chippy 5 and chippy number 6. Another nice pub. I think we might have to take the riverside walk and see what we can find up there. Chippy number 7. Not a big town, do we need 7 chip shops? But another ice cream shop. And another amusements. That is open, it just looks shut. That there's even an aquarium, like, because that's such a seaside thing. Right, I'm back up to the car now, so that is not all Matlock, so we're going to go across the river back over the Queen Victoria's Bridge, that's what we'll call it, and we'll follow the river walk to the Heights of Abraham, and like I said, the cable car is definitely shut, which is, you know, a terrible thing that I don't have to risk life and limb on a cable car, but we'll see if there's anything up there, because my kids came into Matlock in the summer with a grandma, and she was on a boat and stuff with them, so there's definitely more to it than the street of chip shops. Okay, so I'm doing the lovers walk alone. But there are some lovers in front. I won't film them, actually, that's not fair. But there is a couple holding hands, bless them. So boats turn here, so where are the boats? Okay, so I'm just reading this sign. So do we have Matlock Bath illuminations every year, very seaside. Blackpool illuminations, obviously. This Lovers Walk dates back to 1742, and it is the oldest surviving example of a public pleasure ground accessed at the time via a ferry boat ride from the Matlock Bath village. In 1782, Lovers Walk was part of the estate included in Willersley Castle, purchased by Richard Arkwright, and in 1785, Birdcage Walk extended the Lovers Walk northward. So we'll do this walk. We're coming up, there's a playground there that is all fenced off. Do I have to go up there? I'm going to look at this playground first. Yeah, the best bit's not in use. That's the back end of the lead mining museum. I wonder what that building was. There's another bridge. I feel like I missed the vital path up. I didn't want to go up behind that couple, and Lovers Walk I've just seen a teenage couple, I hope they're teenagers, having a snog on a bench. Not really sure what this is for. Apart from looking over the river and listening to bird calls. Was that where them boats were? This is probably coming places in November, innit? Things are on in November, because like Matlock, it looks pretty short and it's Friday lunchtime. Apparently the little red bandstand back there is used for concerts and things, but there's no, do you have to stand on the road at the other side of the river to see? I'm just like, why is there all these little bus stop type things? It did say you used to have to get ferries along the river, so were they ferry stops? Or are they just places to sit? Are they not? They look like bus stops. Fine toilets, the Cascades, and Derwent Gardens. We're going to go to Derwent Gardens. I don't think it's busy enough to have to adhere to this line today. I imagine this is a very busy fake seaside town in the summer. There's like another bus stop. This is a really, really beautiful place, to be fair. Like, you look up onto the hills there from this bridge. It's just peaceful and beautiful, and I think it's somewhere where I'm glad I've come on a quiet day in November, because then you can really appreciate the calm of it. But it's also a really weird place, because I don't get it. Like, why the seaside theme? Phone's going off. You have another playground. Yeah, definitely. If you've got kids and you live within an hour or two of Matlock, come with kids, because you've got lots. Second or third playground I've seen. If you come in summer, you've got the Heights of Abraham, but I put it in last night when I planned to come here, how much it would cost us to go to the lights thing, and I think for 2 adults and 2 children it would have cost £78. So, but that's how much things cost, innit? But it's, for some people you could just purchase that on a whim. For me, that is a considered expense. I'd have to think about that, because that would be the kind of only big thing that I'd do in the Christmas period. This is nice, isn't it? Yeah, so £78. I won't be doing much else. I won't be doing much, you know what I mean? Like that's one of your bigger costs for Christmas events. So it's, but yeah. And there's a Heights of Abraham, and I looked that up, and it's a similar price. But actually, for like a school, if you come in the school holidays, I imagine it's busy, but kids are going to love the weird seaside thing. And I suppose adults will love the weird seaside thing, because adults love the seaside. It's just weird. There's quite a few playgrounds. This is that. I've watched some videos, and I'll have to come back when the Heights of Abraham are open, going to the estate, going to the caves. Maybe I could today, but it's freezing. I really don't want to go into a cave today, and we're doing an urban, rural like look round. That's the purpose of today. We don't want to do too much stuff because the video will be too long. But yeah, come back and do that. But yeah, I think it's a great place to bring your kids, to be fair. It's nice, it's walkable. Yeah, you could get a buggy up and down this walk if you're not going into the hills. There's people doing dog walks here. It's nice. The fact that Matlock is quite seaside-y. So it got its railway in 1849, which brought tourists into Matlock. So if we think about the Victorian period, seaside towns were very popular. We obviously didn't have air travel, so people would, Scarborough was really popular. So I think when they got the railway and embraced themselves as a tourist destination, they basically must have just thought, we're going to do what the coast does. We're going to put, and I think it's just built from there, and that's its history of being like a landlocked seaside town. I wonder if this is where performances are. I'd seen on another video that the red one was, and I think the red one, looking at the structure, is more historic than this one. But this one has got a sizable area for an audience, and it does say there that it's licensed for public entertainment and 3,000 people can be on this site. That feels like a lot. That would be hard work, I think, if you were in that crowd. It's nice, this bit there. Is this part of the natural spring? I suggest coming if you don't have children. To me, in winter is so calm and peaceful. And I do think, I recognise from, I do think that this is where there were boats in the summer. And I wonder, there's another one of these Derbyshire Dale signs, I wonder if it tells us. No, they definitely got a boat from somewhere. This is an alcohol controlled area, guys. Found the boats. So obviously there's no market for the boats in November. By being so kind of seaside-y, are the limiting themselves to summer tourism, because when I was walking around Bakewell November as well, absolutely rammed. There's nobody here. Bakewell, you can barely, you could barely drive down streets because there's people in your way. And so is this a summer destination? And there's no need for it to be. She's found a phone box. Does it work though? This is the question. No, it does. Does it work? That one works. See, these little rural towns, they have phone boxes that work. Isn't that great? Right, I'm going to get out of here. And phone boxes have such heavy doors. But I do like them, and I think that we should be working to keep them instead of letting them get disrepaired. So now I'm going down this little path and back onto the main street. I have seen, I don't know if the footage I've got is good enough, I have seen the cable cars moving. Are they open? According to the website, they're only open for the, no, look, more boats, hang on, they're only open for the lights of Abraham, not the heights, like they're not open in the day. So I don't really have time today to go up there and see. I really don't fancy it, but are they open or not? Does anyone know? Let me know. And I don't think Told Alfie's boat hire is open though. Yeah. I think I'm done. I think this is Matlock, and I think this is going to be very short because I haven't gone into the estate with the Heights of Abraham, but the whole point of the video was to come and look at the high street. So I've come and I've looked at the high street, which is fish and chip shops and arcades. I might go in the arcade because one in room. Another phone box. Does it work? It's a defib, which is good. We need them as well. I haven't noticed many pubs actually. Just the one at the top. Like a gift shop. That's closed as well. When does everything open? That's open. Model train shop. I do like the style of them shop fronts. The balconies. Taste of the waves. What waves? There's no sea. And I found another pub actually. So it's a coffee shop. Another, I've lost count of the chippies. There's like 9 at Summit. Yeah, that's 9. And then the Midland pubs up there. Another Chakra Lounge. There's a Chakra Lounge in Bakewell. And a bag shop. Random. Another coffee house. Indian on the end. There's Chinese down the other end, Indian at this end. There are Sainsbury's driving in, a couple of pubs. There's the Midland train station. And what's that? Let's go and have a look. Memorial information. This is a memorial. So yeah, you could live in Matlock, couple of pubs, Indian, Chinese, Sainsbury's on driving. Could live in Matlock, no problem. You got everything you need. And fish and chips and amusements. So along there are all the fallen residents from Matlock Bath in World War I. And these are all the men associated or born in Matlock Bath that served in World War I. It's quite an impressive memorial, that. A lot of thought and care has gone into that. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching if you've got this far, and that was Matlock. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I've got a few more things planned, more rural towns. If there's anywhere you want me to go and have a look, let me know in the comments, and please, as I've said earlier in the video, please give us a subscribe. Really appreciate it. It'll make me smile.